What's up, everyone? This is Strange Skull again, coming at you with another video, one which I promised earlier in the week. Let's talk about the former best show in the world. And that is Game of Thrones. Now, I admit, when I first heard of this show, Game of Thrones, I wasn't attached to it. I watched the first episode, didn't really get me. I didn't understand it. Then I sat down and actually watched the show, and it hooked me in. And through the show, I discovered the books. The books, I love the books. I haven't finished reading all of them because they're longer than the Bible, for Christ's sakes. But the show was awesome. It had good acting, good effects, and a really, really good story. Till about Season 5 is where this show started going downhill. I had hoped it would have gotten better, but it didn't. Season 6, I didn't mind. Season 7 is when it really started going off the rails. And then now, here in Season 8, the short season, which we had to wait 2 years for, just ended a little bit ago, and it sucked. This whole season has fucking sucked. If you would literally have watched this, like most of us have, if you're not Game of Thrones fans, I'm sorry, this video is not for you. I just need to vent this frustration. But if you've watched this show since Season 1 till now, this ending completely is bullshit. Not gonna... Yeah, fuck it, I'll say it. This ending is complete and utter horseshit. This is Dan and Dave, who created the show. This was just them bailing. This whole last season was just them bailing because they wanted to go off and make a Star Wars fucking movie. Or go do these other shit because they got bored with this fucking show. Now, I know there's a lot of theories out there that want to blame George R. R. Martin for not finishing A Song of Ice and Fire, but you know what? I'm not going to throw George under the bus. I really don't, because we don't know what goes on in these back meetings with these two assholes, and I think these two assholes pissed George off, and this book series is George's life's work. This is his magnum opus, the story he's always wanted to write. He's just... Why let these two assholes fuck it up? But this season, Season 8, if you literally watched the final episode of last season, Season 7, and it picks up here in Season 8, it's just... all the characters have completely changed. Jon Snow, who is my favorite character, but that shouldn't matter with what I'm about to say. Don't think I'm biased. Jon has become a complete pussy in this season. He is a complete cuckold. Before, in Season 7, after Jon, the previous season, fought to reclaim the North, avenge the death of his brother, and pretty much just get revenge for the destruction of House Stark, Jon knew how to make decisions. In this season, Jon is indecisive, unsure of himself, has no fucking confidence. Daenerys Targaryen had confidence, but in this season she has become a paranoid bitch. It's like the first couple episodes, she's fine. After the third episode, when they fight the Army of the Dead, which was funny, one episode and they kill the undefeatable army that for the past 7 seasons have kicked the shit out of every army that has come to face them. They've pretty much killed half the population of the Lands of Always Winter, which is where the wildlings live. They pretty much converted that whole population. But in one episode, episode 3 of Season 8, they get defeated. The Night King, who was this 1,000-year-old being, gets fucking knifed by a little girl. And he dies, which is another thing that completely pissed me off. Arya Stark is the one that kills the Night King. Fucking hated that. Jon was supposed to fight the Night King. That's why he was brought back. Just, ugh. Sorry if I'm a little scatterbrained with this, guys. I needed to get this frustration out. But here in the final episode of Game of Thrones, if you guys don't want to hear spoilers, this is where you need to stop. Because I'm going to spoil this final episode. And if you hear thunder in the background, yes, we're having severe thunderstorms here. And I apologize for that, but I can't control the weather. But this final episode completely shits all over Jon Snow. This episode, pretty much fucking Tyrion manipulates Jon to kill Dany. So Jon does. He kills her. Drogon melts the Iron Throne, carries Dany off to fucking Valyria probably. I don't know. They don't answer it. And who cares, because D&D are fucking idiots. But Jon, after all this, out of all these other characters who have done horrible shit to people, Jon Snow, who has sacrificed more than all the other characters who are alive at the end of this fucking show. Motherfucker was stabbed to death for doing the right thing. He gets brought back to life to lead the people, to unite the people of Westeros, to fight the fucking army of the dead. He does that. Tyrion, the little imp bastard, convinces him to kill Daenerys, who he really kind of doesn't want to be torn on because he loves her, but he knows she's kind of fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So what is his fucking reward? Yeah, fucking Tyrion, who did commit treason, and also has fucking ruined Dany's army throughout this season and the season before that, being her fucking advisor. What's his fucking reward? Does he get executed? No. He becomes Hand of the fucking King. Great. Fucking Sansa, the manipulating bitch that she is, she gets the fucking North. The North becomes an independent kingdom, and none of the other kingdoms are like, wait a minute, if you're fucking independent, why can't we be fucking independent? Especially when you got the new Prince of Dorne there, who, let's face it, Dorne doesn't like being part of the rest of everyone. They want to be left alone, so why the fuck didn't Dorne decide, well, if the North is going to be independent, why don't we be independent? Just fuck this show. But out of all that, Jon Snow is banished to the fucking wall. The hero of this fucking story. What's his reward for doing all of this for pretty much... Ugh. Just... God damn it. His fucking reward is to be banished to an icy wall with nothing to fucking show for it. But all these other characters that have fucking lied, cheated people, they get everything. Arya, who's murdered people, she fucking sails off to she's gonna be Christopher Columbus, fucking Marco Polo, going out to the fucking sea to find nothing and never to return. Sansa, who has tried to kill Jon with the Battle of the Bastards, leading him out, to get fucking killed. She gets the fucking North and gets to be fucking queen. And Bran, the useless three-eyed raven, the fucking little cripple who just stares off into the nothingness this whole season and even the past season, he's fucking king of Westeros. This is just a theme with me for the shows I like. I should have learned this with Vikings. Vikings ended shitty. I just gotta end this here, guys. It's just, I need to get that frustration out. What do you guys think? Are you guys fans of Game of Thrones? Put down in the comments section. Like, subscribe. Just... Fuck Dan and Dave. I hope your fucking Star Wars trilogy fucking goes down in flames. Love you guys, my fans, if all 13 of you, my subscribers, just fuck this show, man. Just God, fuck this show.